Thanks, John. Welcome, Ger Holland, to Ryan Mead in the heart of Cluny on the middle of July, the 16th of July 2025, on the eve of the European Championship Games, which are in Lucan over the weekend coming. Ger, thanks for taking the time from your busy schedule, as I'm sure it is this week, of involvement with the ladies team, the European team. All going well for you so far?
Thanks very much, Joe, for coming along tonight, and thanks, John, as well too, for being the video man, the main man. Thank you. All's going well. It's been a busy week. It's been a busy few weeks actually. A lot of preparation for the ladies and also the gents as well. But it's been a busy week, and the week before and the week before, so it's been great.
And a lot of it will be new, I'd imagine, being the first year of the ladies.
Yes, as it's because it's the first year of the European Team Championships for the ladies. Yes, it is new, but two of the ladies have played on a number of World Cup teams and other teams as well too, so they will be familiar with what's involved.
Yeah. You're involved a little bit in your background. You're involved with coaching at a national level.
I am. I got
and you're
involved.
A former secretary.
Yes, I am indeed. The coaching is. I really enjoy that. I do a lot of coaching with Stephen Ennigus, who's a great passion for the game and wonderful with people and children of all ages. And I also do coaching with Dave as well, to our development officer. We do a lot of specialised coaching with people with, or not people necessarily, athletes with various disabilities or challenges, should I say, more so than disabilities, because I'd rather see a challenge rather than disability. And I mean, they enjoy it so much. You know, they make us laugh.
It's rewarding.
We're not there to make them laugh and enjoy it. They make us laugh because they're afraid of nothing. They'll get stuck in and they'll do their chipping and their putting, and you know, they enjoy what we're showing them and they want more.
It's all fun sport for them.
Yes, and I mean, some of them you're looking and you're saying, wow, you've got a fantastic talent. Are you sure you don't play golf? And you go, no. And you know, you just have good fun with them. And then we do, with Stephen, I do a lot of schools as well too, and that's also very enjoyable as well too. We were down in Claycastle this summer, and one of the girls on the second week, they were 6th class, come running over to me, Ger, it's my birthday next week, guess what I'm doing? And I said, what are you doing? And she says, I'm having a party. And I said, can I come? She, no, you're going to be in Dublin, you can't come, it's too far. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. She says, I'm bringing my family and my friends and some of my aunties and uncles to play pitch and putt here, because I'm enjoying it so much. So that speaks
That's
volumes.
Lovely to hear.
Yeah,
sure.
It speaks volumes, and we've had a lot of reaction from people as well too, that they're doing that kind of stuff as well, that they're going to take it up. And we've done a lot we've done, as you know, a lot up in Trim and Navan and Stackallan and various different courses in skiing up as far as Newry. And the children all say, oh, we'll be back here this summer, can we get a form to join? And I know quite a number of them are after joining Trim as well too, which is great.
If we only get 10% return to become members of the it's a success.
Yeah, but the thing is, you see, that they have the basics, and then they're not afraid to go out and try the game, which is wonderful.
Good.
Yeah, so long may it continue. I think that's the bit of feedback we are getting back, and it's positive feedback.
You're obviously enjoying that. Your role as secretary, did you enjoy that?
I did, but there was a lot of work in it. You know, it takes up a lot of time. It does take up a lot of time, but unfortunately, my circumstances changed there back in April, there in the middle of April, and something had to give. So I had to let the secretary job go. So it was a very hard decision to make, because I felt I was letting people down, and which I didn't want to do. But you have to look after yourself as well at the end of the day.
You would put yourself forward again, perhaps in the future.
We'll see. We'll see. I'd never say never. You know.
Okay,
You have to have people to run out. You have to have people to run things. It's like at a club level, county level, national level. You need people in clubs to do the work. It doesn't do it itself. You also need people to work on the courses, greenkeepers. It's a huge job for every club and every county and every province to have people that will give their time up voluntary to do jobs, to keep committees going, to keep the members happy, and to get things moving.
Your early days of playing pitch and putt, where do you want to start?
Gosh, it was a good few years ago. I started playing pitch and putt in Spawell in Dublin, which weren't allowed into Pitch and Putt Union of Ireland at the time because the course was too long. It was between a par 3 and a pitch and putt course, and they wouldn't accept it. So I remember my mother saying that they went to a meeting in Iarn and they were told, no, you can't join.
Was that course ever affiliated or was it
no,
commercial?
they couldn't.
So,
No, it wasn't
that
allowed. And that's now I'm going back a long time. So, but I had gone up with her a few times to play, and I just got hooked. I just thought it was a great game. So then after that, after a couple of months of playing there, I joined Postal, which is on the Catipper Road, just up past Glenville. It's now not in existence anymore. I think it's AstroTurf football pitches now. And so we were sort of asked to leave because they were changing the role of the club there. And RGSC had moved from Belgard Road to Kingswood, and they had just built a new course. So they were happy to have new members. So they got a whole load of us in Postal into RGSC, and we were made so welcome, and we're all there ever since.
Mm-hmm.
So it's great fun.
1995, you had your first notable success on the personal level. 95, the National Stroke Play. According to John Manning, our information officer.
Yes, that was in Portmarnock actually, yes. And I'll never forget that day. The weather was horrendous. There was downpours of rain. I remember driving through the city. I had to go home first to go collect the children to bring them back with me because my husband had to go somewhere else. And I actually had to stop at Christ Church because I couldn't see in front of me the downpour of rain, and then there was thunder and lightning. And but before I had left to go home and collect them to go back again, Siobhan Keeley said to me, "Ger, you're after getting second." And I says, "What do you mean I got second and what?" You know, I didn't even know what I was playing in.
Right.
Because it was only new to me at the time. So so I went back to receive my prize, and it was lovely. It was very nice. It was different.
And there's plenty of victories in between, but the most recent one was 2023 in the over 55s. You were runner-up in that, weren't you?
I was. That was on in Glenville, and yes, I got runner-up on that, and it was very enjoyable as well too. Yeah. It's nice that these things happen.
Your experience on pitch and putt committees, you seem to, from what I can see, I gather, been very involved with a lot of the ladies' sections where possible.
I was on
I
was on the ladies committee there last year. We had a national ladies committee to help the women to bring we felt that the women's game had gone down quite a lot, and there wasn't as many women entering competitions and things like that, and we felt we needed more input from the ladies to what they wanted to get them to play more, to enter more competitions, and make them feel as important as everybody else that's in Pitch and Putt Ireland. And so a few ideas came up. For example, like the National Stroke Play, that's a separate competition to the gentlemen. The men are playing a different weekend to us this weekend, one weekend and then the next weekend, and as a separate competition. And it started last year in Stackallen, and it went really well. It went really, really well, and everybody enjoyed it.
A lot of those ideas were carried forward at NEC level too, apart from in clubs, weren't they? Ladies. Were you involved in them end yourself? Yeah,
there were sort of different things was happening, just to make the game more enjoyable for ladies and to try and encourage them to play more of them. We also had a National Ladies' Day as well too last year, and we had another one this year. Last year was very successful. We had a Leinster one and a Munster one. The Leinster one, there was well over 100 people at that. Munster had about 60, which was really good as well too.
There's mixed views or opinions out there about the different aspects of the ladies one. The social life seems to be bloody good, to put it simply, but when it comes to the major competitions, and the entries are still low, aren't they?
Some of them are low. The National Stroke Play this year is quite high. There's quite a lot of people in it if you look at the list, both inter, seniors and juniors.
But you take the Opens or the Scratch Cups, Ger.
Yeah.
The clubs are having difficulty, our county boards, allocating prizes because they're unsure of the number of people that turn up. What is, in your humble opinion, what is the problem there, or what can we do to it?
Well, sometimes it depends on the course, sometimes it depends on the weather, and at the time of the year as well too, because at certain times of the year a lot of people go on holidays as well too.
But it's the same for the men, Ger.
Oh no, this is the Stroke Play, is it you're talking about?
For any the Scratch Cups or even the national events, the ladies' entries is limited, especially at the Scratch Cups.
I think there's a lot more ladies playing in Scratch Cups. And junior ladies and inter ladies playing in Scratch Cups now. I think the senior ladies have dropped in Scratch Cups, but I think inters and junior ladies have started to play in it. Because the whole idea was the National Ladies' Day was to encourage women to play. You're playing with people, you're on a team together, course you can do this. Everybody's capable of having a good chip, a good tee shot and everything else. And it was just to build up encouragement. And I think over the last couple of years we have got more people to play. So
it still is one of the biggest challenges probably facing pitch and putt. To get ladies, there are many challenges out there for any sport, but getting the ladies, getting them out in numbers, isn't it?
It is. But you just have to keep looking at it and it'll get there in time. Keep at it and please God, we will get more ladies.
Dangerous question, but we look for an answer now. Can the NEC do more, or can anybody within pitch and putt do more to improve the volume of ladies and gents coming out and getting more involved? Is there anywhere that you would like to see improved without being critical of the people involved?
I'd never be critical of people that are trying to improve things, because it's a hard job no matter what way you do it and whatever decisions you make. You're going to be criticised for a certain amount of things anyhow, and it's very hard to keep everybody happy. But I think there's still, because I'm not involved in the NEC, I can't speak for the NEC. But that they'd be very aware that women have to be seen, because they have to be seen playing, because they need to be seen playing, because we're part of an organisation that's both men and women. And I think we need to keep out as many people playing as we can.
Rephrase it another way. Where would you see the sport going in the next 10 years?
Well, I think I'd like to see it keep going with World Championships and European Championships as well too. But I would also be mindful that it'd be nice to see something in World and European Championships for other levels as well, not just the top players. Mm-hmm. Because we have some wonderful junior players, both men and women, and inter players, men and women. And I think if that could be facilitated as well too, that would be wonderful, because you're going to cover everybody in pitch and putt, not just the top players, because Pitch and Putt Ireland isn't always about the top players. I mean, we all enjoy watching them and they're absolutely fantastic and you take your hat off to them, but you also have to look after all the other players as well too, and to keep them involved, for them to keep improving, to move up the ladders.
You raised it yourself there a few minutes ago. The ladies play on different weekends than the gents. Yes. On stroke play events. Yeah. Your opinions on that, your views on that?
I think there's a lot of the ladies felt they weren't comfortable playing with the men. Because the time schedule on a day would be too tight and things like that. So it was brought to NEC from the ladies committee to change it to that the ladies would have their own event on a different location, on a different weekend, so that you wouldn't have everybody just going to the men's and nobody attending the ladies or whatever. So I think that's a good idea, but I wouldn't like to see it happening with the match play, because I think it's really important that we both have both men and women, because Pitch and Putt Ireland is men and women, not two separate organisations. So I think, because if you took it away as two separate, I think it'd be very difficult to get it back together again then, to have both men and women. And I think it makes a much better atmosphere as well too.
Yeah, perfect. And again, we're back slightly to the international event, the European this weekend. Yeah. Where would you see the future of that international, for the ladies especially?
Oh, I think it'll grow. There's 6 teams playing this weekend, which is great, because it's the very first year of the women playing in this competition, and I think hopefully it'll grow with other countries wanting to get involved, because there's 10 men's teams and there's 6 women's teams, so possibly the other 4 teams that aren't playing in it
what expectations would you have for the ladies, or is there enough known about the opposition?
Well, there's plenty known about the opposition, all right, and they're all good players. They're well rehearsed. They're not new people. They've been playing and been on the circuit for years, a lot of them. For the Irish team, I think I'm hopeful that they will do very well, because we have 3 very strong players.
Chrissy, Tara and Amy.
Chrissy, Tara and Amy. And we have Amy after coming up through the juveniles. And so she's done tremendously well, and she's just got better and better and better. And it's great to see a juvenile lady coming all the way to represent Ireland in the European Team Championships.
Great to see it.
Yes, fantastic. Absolutely.
Between the 3 ladies and yourself, you still know looking like the back of your hand, as they say. It will have to be a big advantage, won't it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Well, you have to have, but it is a big advantage, but it's also a lot more pressure on you. The only thing is that a lot of the European teams wouldn't be used to the short holes. There's a couple of shorter holes like the first hole in Lucan. It's going to be a shotgun start for everybody first of all, so everybody's not going to start in the first, so they won't all have to panic. But it's a bit of getting used to the shorter holes for the European teams.
What's the format for the ladies' competition?
Well, on Friday what's happening is it's going to be a stroke play competition, so the 6 teams have to be seeded into 2 separate groups, and then on Saturday it'll start then as match play. So there's 2 match plays, 2 singles match plays, and then Sunday there's a doubles and also a singles.
One doubles, is it?
One doubles,
because
yes.
of the 3.
Yes, there's only 3 persons, yes, where the men will have 3 doubles.
Have you named your other players going out to play or your doubles pairings as yet?
No, we haven't named them. I have to give that information before the opening ceremony tomorrow.
Would John and myself not get that exclusively this evening, no?
No, this is it's under discussion at the moment between the 4 of us. I think it's very important that I include the ladies in everything that the decisions that we all make, and we make them together.
What would you be looking at in the doubles? What way would you be thinking, or as to what might be the better way of playing it?
Well, certain people prefer certain distances of rules, or they might prefer the medium range or the longer range or the shorter range. So there's various different things, but any of the 3, either Tara or Chrissy, Tara or Amy or Chrissy, it doesn't matter who I use. I know, unfortunately not. No, we're going to keep that as a surprise for Sunday.
Right, a couple of questions just to finish. Topical questions. We were speaking earlier, you're involved with coaching.
Yes.
Do you personally, at the inner sanctum of the coaching, do you personally think we're getting enough value for the money that's spent on it?
Yes, I do. You have to spend money. You have to put it out there to get people to join. As I said to you, we're going around schools and various different things. Secondary schools, primary schools. We do transition year programs as well too. That was in our strategic plan. But yes, I do think, because most of the money that comes from paying the coaches for travel and things like that, it's covered in grants. So we apply for grants.
But there's nobody.
It's not Pitch and Put Ireland money.
There's nobody closer than yourself and Steve to see what's going on at the minute. I'm not condemning it. I don't know enough about it. But you have to be you two people are in a privileged position to know whether we are doing everything that we can possibly do it, or where we might improve it.
We're doing quite a lot. It's mostly at the moment at the primary schools. It's done during May and June in the summer months, so we can have the children out on the course playing the real game. And you're restricted for time there, so we normally do a 3-week program with them. So it's an hour every week on a Wednesday morning or a Thursday afternoon or whatever day it is. They come back the next week. For example, down Claycastle, we parked in the car park, and we could see the children walking up from the town, up from Youghal, and they got to where they come in under the gate, and they all start running to the car.
Great.
I mean, what does that say to you?
Yeah, that's
Looking
the
for their
injection
clubs
you
want
want
to start.
starting your day.
Yes, absolutely, and it's good to see. So we're putting the seed there into their heads. We're giving them the basics of it, and it's for them to bring it on. It may not be this year, it may not be next year, but they have the basics, and they're not going to feel silly going out on the course not being able to hit the ball.
Right.
So they will come back at some stage.
Okay.
If not this year, maybe next year. And it's a game that, if you're not everybody's into GAA. This is not a knock on GAA, but not everybody's into those sports. People prefer something gentle, and they don't have to be in a gang all the time, and they don't have to buy all the gear, and have the football boots and the matching gear and all that. They can go and play pitch and foot with their golf shoes on. They can get a pair of golf shoes, and they can be part of a team, or they can play singles, whatever they want. And I think that's great.
Another recent thing that is happening in pitch and putt is the streaming.
Yes.
Have you an opinion or a view on that?
Well, it's been a mandate from the members for a long time, and I have to say, I take my hat off to people that have been doing it on their phones for years. It has been very difficult. But the first event we had this year was the national match play in areas, but there were fixed sites where the cameras were, which was a bit unfortunate because it's not a course that would lend itself to moving people walking around trying to film people because of the hills and things like that. I thought it was quite good. I thought the commentary was very good as well too. I know that we're having it on Sunday. We have a company coming in on Sunday to do some coverage as well too.
And some of the communication committee.
Yes, people are coming. Yes, I understand that. Yes,
too.
and I believe there's somebody going to be there for the opening ceremony as well too. That'll be covering that, and also on Friday and Saturday we'll have people stream it on their phones, which is great. So I think that it'll be great because the women will be covered as much as the men will be. And
Is that getting in the little plug, or is
oh
it?
well, I'm hopeful. I'd be very disappointed if that doesn't happen, and I'd say that all the ladies would be disappointed because these girls have worked hard for their positions.
It's a very valid point,
Yeah.
but as part of that communication committee, I'd also say to you is we're eagerly looking for some women to step up and play the part in that as well. They haven't as yet come forward, but they
You have
will.
my phone number?
Well, there you go. It was
No,
neat.
I'm sure you put it out there. Put
You
it
know,
out there.
well, it has been out there, and
Okay.
as of now, ladies' names didn't come out, but I'm sure they will.
I'm sure there'd be a few people now there that would be really good at that. Yeah,
Mhm.
because I think it's important that you have both male and female commentary.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be great coverage. Now, where we're going to go with all this coverage that we're doing, because I know it's
That's
quite
what I'm
expensive.
coming at too.
The expense of it is quite expensive to cover all this. But we need to be able to do something with, rather than just putting it into YouTube, onto a platform in YouTube. We need to be able to sell ourselves with it. This is what we do. This is what we aspire to.
Is there a danger of what we're doing at the moment and we're trying to improve every week or every month that goes by? It's in this novice era, we call it. Is there a danger that we're selling only to the players that are playing at the minute?
Yes, I think so, because we're not advertising it anywhere. I think it should be, say you're on the team and you're from Stackallen, your local paper, the Meath Chronicle, get them to cover. We have a local man playing in a big event this weekend and give you coverage. The Kerry man down in Cork, or in Kerry rather than Cork, sorry. So, different counties and stuff like that. And to get the county boards involved in this as well too, for them to promote as well too. So local people will say it, Jeannie Joe's playing, I didn't know that. Now, he never told me he was going to be playing in this big event in Lucan. So, and that will make more people get involved, and maybe they'll look at it.
It's a more gentler way of name dropping, which can happen in society, but it does help if they hear that Ger or Joe or the next person is playing in that event. If it's a conversation, it helps them to stir the imagination and the conversation.
Yeah, it gets people talking about it. Whether they play or if they don't play, and they say, "God, that doesn't look too hard."
Some clubs and some counties are using. I'm on my soapbox now as well.
That's allowed.
But some clubs and some counties are very good at using local radio over the last few years.
That's right.
But there's some very poor. And these radio stations are only too eager, again for the reason we said, to mention names of a location, because it gets people in the neighbourhood talking about it. And it's there and we're not using enough, I would feel. Would you?
So, if then our communications people, then we need to get them to start working on that as well, because when I went to the World Cup last year in Spain, in outside Barcelona, and we were actually listening in another location, listening to Ian Dillon giving an interview to Kildare, which was really weird, and that went off really well, and it was great to hear that. And I said, here we are now at the World Cup, and there's Ian Dillon now, and he's sitting there talking to this guy in Dublin, in Kildare, about what's happening and what they were doing and what they hope to achieve, and then they went on and won the World Cup.
Yeah, it definitely could be more use made of it. I feel it with some.
But I think you need committees for everything to get things moving, and you'll always, if you have a committee of 6 or 7 people, you'll always get 3 people that will really push it. And they're the people that you need to keep pushing, and get the other people. Give everybody a job to do. Give everybody on a committee a job to do, and that's their job to do, and they'll do it.
I'd be glad to hear. That's all the questions I have, unless you have something further to say to us.
No, just thank you very much for taking the time to do this with me.
Our pleasure,
and thank you for your
John
encouragement.
And myself, thanks very much.
Thanks, John, very much.
No problem at all. You're welcome. Right.
Gentlemen, thank you.
Sweet stuff. Right.